Hi, I'm Mary Beckerman, and I'm at the Raw Food Festival 2007 in Sedona, Arizona. And with me today is David Wolfe.
How you doing?
Great. Tell me something. I'd like to know what are some of the simple things that you can tell people that are just really not aware of what the raw movement is all about, and getting them to get inspired about exploring this area.
Well, I think the first insight to have is that just as some of our other technologies, like our automobile technology, went from horse and buggy all the way to rocket ships in 150 years, and our calculator went from an abacus to a solar-powered hand calculator in 100 years, there's been tremendous advances in nutrition. And it's not all better living through chemistry, but a lot of it's better living naturally. And how do we do that? Well, raw organic foods is the basis of the whole food chain, and raw food is what is provided to us naturally, and therefore if we're looking at what's the simplest, most common sense way to approach nutrition, well, why not get back to basics? Why not go after things that are raw, things that are organic and plant-based? It's easier to sneak up on lettuce than it is a rabbit, for example. And that's probably why we eat lettuce more than we eat rabbits, and it's probably why plants are a predominant part of our diet. And if we eat those plants raw in their natural state, then we've really achieved something special. We've gotten an insight that we can feel inside ourselves. So we're not guessing anymore, we're feeling a difference, and then one step leads to another. The next thing you know, we're all the way into superfoods and herbs and all the other good things that come along with it.
Excellent. Tell me, what's a typical diet? What's a typical day for you and your diet?
Well, I've been a raw foodist for 13 years, so I'm truly a gastronaut. I've explored the fringes of digestive wellness for 1/3 of my life. And what that looks like to me now is I live mostly on liquid foods. I love to enjoy, of course, a great salad here and there. I love to eat seaweeds and sea vegetables. I love avocados and nuts and seeds. But most of the time, I make liquid alchemical beverages that are not only a lot of nutrition, not only caloric, so they give me something to burn off during the day, but they're extremely fun to make.
Well, now, what would you tell the average consumer who probably is, what you've just said, is totally beyond what they can comprehend? What would you recommend to them in terms of really getting the proper nutrition, in terms of live food, and working towards, a better health?
Well, education is a big part of it.
Okay.
Somebody has to be internally inspired to become educated in the field of nutrition, especially live food nutrition. If that internal desire is not there, we're not going to get very far, because we've got to have some kind of desire, something that pulls it to us and go, okay, I'll act on this. I'm going to take action. I'm going to learn and take action. Beyond that, once you have that desire to learn, then everything becomes a giant scientific experiment that you're doing on yourself. And I love science, I love experiments, and what could be a better laboratory than our own body?
Absolutely. In the 13 years that you've been a raw foodist, what would you say are the trends that you're seeing today?
Well, there's several trends. One of the trends is this explosion in the field of superfoods, which are foods that have more bang for the buck than, say, some simple parsley or some simple lettuce. These are foods like goji berries, like raw chocolate cacao beans, foods like maca, which have been eaten with cacao beans, with chocolate, actually, for thousands of years. Foods like bee pollen, royal jelly, propolis, and honey, wild honey, organic spirulina, blue-green algae, marine phytoplankton, hemp seeds, things that are really, really super nutritious, that do special things in our body, like aloe vera, reconnecting all that tissue that's becoming hard or inflexible, getting that juiciness back. That's what superfoods can do, and I found that people in general respond to the word superfoods. They will go, yeah, I'd like to listen to that more. And when you talk about raw food, they say, oh, it's just carrots and lettuce. No, thanks. We have a tremendous array of foods always in front of us. And it's just a matter of an awareness to know to go, oh my God, I could eat this instead and get 60 minerals instead of 10.
Excellent. Now, I did see the segment that you did with the Corporation Google. And if you could give me a little background in terms of your involvement with Google Corporation and just the acceptance of implementing the raw food lifestyle into their dining services.
Well, some corporations really get it. They really see where the future is going. They are on the internet. In fact, they are the internet. And that corporation that really jumps out, of course, is Google. They have not only told me that they have plans to put a raw food cafeteria in every one of their headquarters, but they do actually have raw food in several of their headquarters already. And that's amazing. So they are on with the advances in nutrition. They get that their productivity inside their company will be different if they feed people raw, organic, original food. And to me, that's genius. That's clever.
Absolutely. That's just the tip of the iceberg. I think we're going to see a lot more of this trend happening, especially with what's occurring in our healthcare system today.
If you could call it healthcare, it's some kind of a broken machine. And we might have to scrap it for parts and rebuild a whole new thing, and that's probably what's going to happen. The best way to protect yourself, the best insurance policy is, of course, the best nutrition, the best diet, so that you can not only heal yourself, but you can rebuild yourself and fortify your bones, your hormones, your nervous system for the future.
Thank you very much, David Wolfe.
Thank you. Have the best day ever.